Over a decade has passed since Rihanna and Chris Brown's turbulent relationship ended in violence. A physical assault by Brown on Rihanna in 2009 marked a turning point in their relationship, which had been on and off for years. Since then, speculation has mounted as to whether or not Rihanna can forgive and love Brown again. The truth, though, is uncomplicated. Rihanna's feelings for Chris Brown have run their course. The incident occurred while Rihanna was very much in love with Brown. She had given him her faith, her affection, and her assurance that he was the one. That abruptly shifted, however. Scars, both physical and mental, were left on Rihanna by Brown's vicious attack. After being abandoned by her boyfriend, she felt raped and abandoned by the world. Rihanna struggled to make sense of what had occurred to her following the attack. She tried to accept that the man she loved had deeply wounded her by going to therapy and getting the support she needed from her loved ones. Yet, as time passed, she saw that forgiveness alone was not sufficient. And she was done loving Chris Brown for good. Rihanna will never forgive Chris Brown for breaking her trust, and that is why she will never love him again. Brown's assault on Rihanna shattered the trust between them that had developed over time. He broke their trust in one another and severely damaged their relationship. Without trust, there is no love, and Rihanna knows she can never give it to Brown again. Brown has persisted in his pursuit of a reconciliation with Rihanna despite this. He has publicly apologized to her, written songs about her, and even tried to make contact with her personally. But Rihanna has not wavered from her position. And she knows she can't go back to the man who damaged her so badly because she deserves better. Rihanna has finally accepted the necessity of moving on. She has established a flourishing professional life, cultivated a close network of loving friends and family, and found romantic fulfillment with several different men. She is realistic enough to realize that she can't alter the past, but she can control her future. Chris Brown has had a hard time forgetting the events of his past. He has had legal problems, public criticism, and his reputation damaged. In spite of everything that has happened, he still has faith that Rihanna will return her love and forgiveness to him. This is a tragic tale of a once powerful love that was shattered by acts of violence and betrayal. Yet the narrative ends happily for Rihanna. With her newfound contentment, love, and joy, she has resolved to never again pine for Chris Brown. They were the ultimate power couple. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Everyone in show business looked up to them and wanted to be just like them. They were the pinnacle of hip-hop greatness, the essence of swagger and a fashion statement all in one. Yet, things weren't always so easy between them. It was a terrifying experience when they almost broke up. All of this started when Rihanna suspected A$AP Rocky of cheating on her. She had observed his increasingly cold demeanor and his preoccupation with his phone. At first, she denied its existence, convinced that she was only experiencing a figment of her own imagination. Yet, as time progressed, so did her concerns. Rihanna decided to talk to A$AP Rocky about her anxiety one day. When he was questioned if he was seeing anybody else, he said she was the only woman in his life. But Rihanna was not persuaded. She suspected that he was not being completely honest with her and was determined to learn the truth. And so she hired a private eye to tail A$AP Rocky and verify her suspicions that he was unfaithful. And first investigation by the detective turned up nothing amiss. Earlier this week, we saw A$AP Rocky out and about, conducting business, socializing, and throwing parties. But then an odd thing occurred. The investigator tagged up with A$AP Rocky one night as he went to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. He remained outside for a couple of hours after witnessing A$AP Rocky's entrance into the warehouse. After what appeared to be a violent altercation, A$AP Rocky emerged from the warehouse drenched in blood. The investigator was appalled. He dialed Rihanna's number right away and broke the news to her. To Rihanna's dismay, she found out about the scandal. She was in disbelief that A$AP Rocky would act in such a way. She was afraid, and she didn't know what to do. The next day, Rihanna approached A$AP Rocky about the incident. Once his denials were met with silence from Rihanna, he finally admitted the truth. After her repeated questions, he finally gave in and explained what had transpired. A$AP, a deadly group, had recruited Rocky and he had been doing illicit business with them. They beat him up and abandoned him for dead in the warehouse because he owed them money that he didn't have. Without a word to say, Rihanna